Sometimes red flags aren't noticeable when fueled by deceptive behavior and hidden agendas. A small town in Appomattox County, Virginia, is horrified when 20-year-old Lisa Henderson, a loving daughter devoted to helping others, vanishes. Her cries for help go unheard. Detectives try to understand what happened as they investigate the red flags and deceptive behavior hidden in disguise. What happened to Lisa Henderson? What happens when love becomes fatal? This is the Fatal Attraction Podcast with Devil in Disguise.
She was a bright young woman pursuing her dreams.
She was very smart.
She wanted to help people.
She wanted to assist those who were in need.
But would she also need saving?
She didn't come home that night.
She's not a person to go missing.
Everybody tries to keep hope.
The investigation will uncover a slew of suspects.
She had been texting an old love interest.
She was really having beef with the baby mama.
It's time for the games to stop. He couldn't pass the polygraph.
The lies are hard to keep up with.
But the truth will be far, far worse.
I couldn't do an animal like that.
She was begging for her life.
You really have to be sick in the head to do something like this.
The devil in disguise.
April 6, 2018. It's Friday afternoon in Appomattox, Virginia, a quaint town just outside the city of Lynchburg.
Appomattox is pretty much a small town where everybody knows everybody.
If something happens, everybody knows about it.
Which explains why at a little after noon, Lisa Henderson's mother receives a concerned call from her daughter's co-workers.
She got a call from the dermatologist's office where her daughter worked. They were wondering where she was.
She didn't come in this morning.
Her co-workers knew that was not like her. Especially when they had just seen her that day before at 5 o'clock. She didn't call in or anything. That's not like her.
Sandra Henderson calls her daughter. But there's no answer. So she reaches out to Lisa's boyfriend, Marquis Williams.
She's going to be with her over Marquis' house or be at home.
Hello, Marquis? Have you seen Lisa?
No?
He said, I don't know where she's at. She says she's going to her best friend's house.
Okay, I'll check her. Okay, thank you.
But when Lisa's mother calls her daughter's friend, Jamaica Robertson,
Jamaica? Is Lisa with you?
she doesn't know where Lisa is either.
I talked to her mom. I was like, well, you know, she didn't come to my house.
At that point, she became extremely concerned.
My sister called and said, hey, we can't find her.
My mom was like, she not answering my phone call, so I called her, and I went straight to voicemail.
I was praying that maybe she just wanted to get some air, just leave for a little bit.
But by 7:30 that night, after hours of trying to reach her, Lisa's mother can no longer deny that her daughter has disappeared.
When it started getting dark, I was like, something around, so I went to the police station and filed a police report.
Lisa Henderson had lived in Appomattox, Virginia for most of her life.
Lisa was born in Charlotte, North Carolina. We moved up here in 2005. I didn't want to move, but we had a lot of crimes around in our neighborhood, and I just wanted to keep them safe.
In Appomattox, Lisa grew up a country girl.
She was a little bit tomboyish.
She's pretty much one of the guys. We'd always be outside. She'd go on the football with us.
She played sports. She rode a motorcycle. She went fishing with her dad, and she really loved her daddy.
Sadly, Lisa's father passed when she was only 16.
He had diabetes, and we saw it coming years before it happened.
It was very tough for her to go through her father's death.
My sister was always the one taking care of him, giving him his insulin shots.
As a young girl, she took on a lot of responsibility.
She also found her calling.
Her dad's getting sick. She really started figuring out what she wanted to do.
She wanted to be a nurse because my dad.
Since she was good with what she did with her pops, she started feeling like she can help others.
After high school, Lisa started working in a local dermatologist's office as a medical assistant and enrolled in nursing school.
She was very determined. She's definitely kept her head in the books.
But she soon met a young man who had her head in the clouds.
Nice bike.
You see the rest of them?
He had like 3 or 4 motorcycles. She was infatuated with that.
His name was Devin Pearson.
It seemed like they was getting close to settle down, but some situation happened that they went their own separate ways.
Although just what happened remained a mystery.
She just didn't want to talk about it. She like shut down. She just started being quiet, started staying in her room a lot.
Eventually, Lisa regrouped and focused on finishing school.
She really poured herself into school, like just doing something all the time to keep busy.
Including taking an additional job to support herself at a Lynchburg distribution center.
That's how she met Marquis. And she just fell so in love with him.
Marquis had recently split up with the mother of his 2 children.
She talked highly of him. She talked about his kids. She talked about how she did care about him, that he really cared about her.
Friends figured that Marquis was more of a rebound relationship rather than anything serious.
She really didn't talk about the future, about them or anything.
Instead, Lisa was focused on her own future.
She was working at the dermatologist's office. She was trying to go get another certificate under her belt.
She was serious about her career, and she was serious about what she wanted to do in life.
But now, on the evening of April 6th, 2018, Lisa's bright future is suddenly shrouded in darkness.
Her family and her friends hadn't received any contact from her and began to worry about her whereabouts.
My sister went to the police and said, we need to find my daughter. There should be a missing person report out right now because this is not like her, and we know that there's a problem.
Hoping to get a line on Lisa's whereabouts, detectives with the Campbell County Sheriff's Office get in touch with her cell phone provider.
They conducted an emergency ping of her phone.
Pinging her phone would be a course of action that one might take when trying to locate a missing person.
Unfortunately for detectives, the ping fails to give the phone's current location.
Which most likely meant that Lisa's phone was either powered off or the battery was dead.
However, detectives aren't left empty-handed.
They were able to tell us that last location of the telephone.
The last time her phone was pinging and showing activity was in Campbell County on Sage Drive.
It was hitting a tower where Marquis Williams, her boyfriend, lived at the time.
More secrets are revealed once we return with more Fatal Attraction.
Owe the IRS more than $10,000? Call Civic Tax Relief now for your free consultation before penalties and interest grow even higher. Call 800-200-8353 today. The IRS can garnish wages, freeze bank account, and add thousands in penalties. But you may qualify for tax relief programs that could significantly reduce what you owe. Angela called Civic Tax Relief and saved over $80,000. Felicia was behind on taxes while dealing with health issues and saved over $15,000. James owed $37,000 and ended up paying nothing after Civic Tax Relief stepped in. Civic Tax Relief is an A-plus BBB rated professional tax negotiation firm that helps people fight back against IRS collections. Stop ignoring the letters and start finding answers. Call Civic Tax Relief now for your free consultation and see what relief programs you may qualify for. 800-200-8353. That's 800-200-8353. Call now before the IRS takes the next step.
In April of 2018, 22-year-old Lisa Henderson was well on her way to becoming a fully qualified nurse.
She wanted to go as far as she could go. She was very smart.
The family was very excited about her accomplishments and what she was becoming.
She was destined for success. She was a person who we knew was going to take the family to the next level.
But now, Lisa's mother has reported her missing. And detectives with the Campbell County Sheriff's Office have traced her last known location to the trailer belonging to her boyfriend, Marquis Williams.
So that was certainly a good place for us to start.
Before I had him come in, I wanted to know as much about him as possible, so I checked him out as much as I could.
Detectives don't find any record of arrests.
Once I was satisfied, I made that phone call. He was very cooperative on the telephone, wanted to help in any way he could.
All right, thank you.
Early the next morning, Marquis comes into the sheriff's office to give a formal statement to detectives.
It was more of a fact-finding effort, basically just verifying when he had last seen Miss Henderson.
I was just fishing for as much information as I could get, hoping that he may have some answers for us or give us a direction to go in.
Mr. Williams, how's your relationship with Lisa?
We're good. My sister was always happy. She said she was always happy with him.
He maintained that everything was fine with the two of them, that there were no problems.
When was the last time you talked to her?
Thursday night.
He told us that him and Lisa and a friend of his, Felix Jefferson, had been together at his place on the night of the 5th.
What time did she leave?
She left at like 11 or so.
I'm gonna head out, okay?
All right, honey.
Okay.
All right.
That was the last time he saw her.
Did she say where she was going?
Yeah, she said she was going to stay at Jamaica's.
Marquis said that after Lisa left, his friend Felix stayed all night at his place and that he had driven Felix home the following morning.
Okay, we'll be in touch.
Felix Jefferson was basically his alibi. So as soon as we finished that interview, we were off to find Felix Jefferson.
The search takes them into downtown Lynchburg.
We made phone contact with Felix. He wanted to meet us in downtown Lynchburg, which he did on foot.
Felix agreed to meet with detectives, but he didn't seem eager to talk.
Felix was very tight with his information. I had to pry that information out of him.
He also claims not to know much about Lisa.
He said that the only times he had talked to Lisa was in the presence of Marquis.
She was at his trailer Thursday night, right?
Yeah. Well, hung out for a while.
He did confirm that he was at Marquis' house on the 5th, that Lisa was present, and that at some point in time, Lisa decided she wanted to leave. She went out and left.
What time did she leave?
I don't know. Sometimes before midnight.
That was the same thing that Marquis had stated.
Thanks, man. We'll be in touch. Thank you.
Free to leave. All right.
With Marquis and Felix an apparent dead end, detectives issue a be on the lookout for both Lisa and her vehicle.
Publicizing her disappearance was very important. Getting a description of a picture of her vehicle out so that citizens could be looking for it or help locate it.
Then, seeking more information, detectives turn to Jamaica Robertson, the friend Lisa was supposedly going to stay with on Thursday night.
She confirmed that she had been texting to Lisa on the night of the 5th.
She texted me until I let her know I was about to go to sleep.
Based on the timeline, those text messages lined up with when Lisa was at Marquis' trailer.
Lisa was supposed to come back to Jamaica's to stay with her that night.
The details all corresponded with what Marquis and Felix had already told detectives.
But according to Jamaica, Lisa never showed.
The next morning, when I still didn't hear anything, I started to really worry. So I actually went to Marquis' house by myself to see if she was there.
Jamaica didn't find Lisa, but she did find Marquis.
You haven't seen Lisa?
Thought she came to your house.
He said she left from here and was coming to your house. I was like, well, you know she didn't come to my house. Like, did she go home?
I don't think so. Her mama called a while ago and said she didn't show up for work.
He told me he was going to go looking for her, but he had to go buy his child some Pampers.
Jamaica's story seemed to confirm what Marquis told detectives, but something she said did raise a red flag.
You ever met his baby mother?
Yeah, their relationship is kind of rocky because she wasn't comfortable with Lisa being around the kids.
Her name is Danielle Whitman.
There was some bad blood between Danielle and Lisa.
She had a lot of problems with Danielle.
She came over there and the baby mama was there. They had words.
But now detectives want to know, did Danielle and Lisa end up having more than just words?
They're both trying to fight for this man.
You know how girls are. They jealous. So, things gonna happen.
More secrets are revealed once we return with more Fatal Attraction.
Owe the IRS more than $10,000? Call Civic Tax Relief now for your free consultation before penalties and interest grow even higher. Call 800-200-8353 today. The IRS can garnish wages, freeze bank account, and add thousands in penalties. But you may qualify for tax relief programs that could significantly reduce what you owe. Angela called Civic Tax Relief and saved over $80,000. Felicia was behind on taxes while dealing with health issues and saved over $15,000. James owed $37,000 and ended up paying nothing after Civic Tax Relief stepped in. Civic Tax Relief is an A-plus BBB-rated professional tax negotiation firm that helps people fight back against IRS collections. Stop ignoring the letters and start finding answers. Call Civic Tax Relief now for your free consultation and see what relief programs you may qualify for. 800-200-8353. That's 800-200-8353. Call now before the IRS takes the next step.
Detectives in Campbell County, Virginia, have learned that Lisa Henderson has a long history of trouble with a woman named Danielle Whitman.
Danielle had 2 kids with Lisa's current boyfriend, Marquis Williams.
She was also living with his mother.
Something ain't right about that picture. If she's staying at the house, he's messing with her.
But did Marquis and Danielle's ongoing relationship have something to do with Lisa's disappearance?
Lisa and Danielle had kind of had words before.
To try to find out exactly what may have happened between them, deputies bring Danielle Whitman in for questioning.
I did conduct an interview with her at the sheriff's office. It did not last long.
She wasn't very helpful or cooperative.
I don't understand why they saying that it's baby mama drama. I don't know anything.
She was bitter about the whole situation. She didn't like talking with me at all.
She also admits to not liking Lisa.
I believe it was just a jealousy of who she was as a person.
Could have been that she didn't want my sister around her kids.
Whatever the reason for their troubled relationship, Danielle denies having anything to do with Lisa's disappearance.
One of the most important things for you that I need to know from you is where you were at last Thursday night.
I worked from 10:30 to 7:15. Yeah, I went home. So I lived with his mother.
She said she got home from work a little after 7 that night, and Marquis was there watching the kids.
And then he left when I came in, and a few minutes after I came in.
And where did y'all cut them weapons?
His kids danced, we reached the bed.
Danielle's also adamant that she didn't go over to Marquis' trailer later that night.
A lot of times, Lisa would go to Marquis' house, the baby mama would come over there. And they'll get to arguing.
When he said, I was asleep, I went to bed early.
Did you talk to me more that night?
He called me in the middle of the night, check on the kids.
So how long did that take?
I don't know.
She didn't give detectives any information other than that call was only around 30 seconds or so.
After that, the detectives let her go. But they're not quite done with Danielle.
there was some animosity there, and she was still obviously close to Marquis. And his mother, she was entwined in the family, so all those things make her a person of interest.
It was entirely possible that Danielle was lying. She could have been there waiting when Lisa left Marquis' trailer Thursday night.
That was certainly discussed, and the thought ran through our minds.
Hoping to get a better picture of what happened Thursday night, detectives subpoena phone records for Lisa, Marquis, and Marquis' friend Felix.
We throw a big blanket when we do phone records, just in case we need to see who's talking to whom and match up phone calls.
Felix Jefferson's phone records show that he was telling the truth when he said his only contact with Lisa was through Marquis.
There were no phone calls between the two of them. When we looked at the phone records, there was no relationship whatsoever.
Lisa's phone records also confirmed that she was texting with her friend, Jamaica Robertson, on Thursday night.
Those text messages took place while Lisa was there at Marquis.
However, Lisa's phone records also reveal that Jamaica wasn't the only person she was texting that night.
The investigators identified another number, which belonged to Devin Pearson.
Devin was an old boyfriend of Lisa's.
Lisa was hurt about the breakup. She was really hurt about it.
Do the text messages suggest some sort of reconciliation?
Maybe instead of going over to Jamaica's, Lisa decided to meet up with Devin instead.
Detectives only know one thing for sure.
That was the last activity on her phone.
When detectives search Marquis' phone records, they show that he'd been trying to locate Lisa after she'd gone missing.
He was blowing her phone up, wanting to know where she was.
But more important for detectives, Marquis' phone records also reveal that Danielle had been lying to them.
Danielle claimed she had only talked to Marquis for about 30 seconds, but the records show that the call was more than just a quick check-in.
We don't know what those conversations entailed, but we do know he was talking to her for 20 minutes.
Obviously, it was now important to find out what they were talking about.
However, before detectives can follow up on either lead, there's a new development.
Detective Dudley.
Someone called police and said they had spotted Lisa's car abandoned in Lynchburg.
All right, thank you, bye.
We had put out, of course, a BOL, be on the lookout for that car.
Once we found that, I knew something was wrong. I was saying, she is not going to just dump her car.
On Sunday afternoon, detectives searching for 22-year-old Lisa Henderson receive a tip about the location of the missing woman's car.
At this point, it had been more than 48 hours since Lisa had disappeared.
That car was found on Sunday. It was located over in the city of Lynchburg. Someone who lives in that area called the Lynchburg Police Department.
News of the discovery is no comfort to Lisa's friends and family.
That's when I started to really worry, and I felt like at that point something bad had happened to her.
You weren't gonna leave that car on the side of the road? I was thinking maybe somebody must have kidnapped her or something.
This could be a situation where foul play is involved. Her vehicle's unattended. She hadn't reached out to her family. She didn't keep her appointment with her friend. All those things didn't bode well.
After locating Lisa's car, detectives have it towed to the police impound lot for evidence technicians to search.
We were looking at any of her personal property that might be in there, or any fingerprints or biological evidence.
The search yields few clues for detectives, but it does offer some hope for Lisa's family.
There weren't any traces of blood or any other evidence of foul play.
I mean, I tried to stay optimistic. Even when they found a car, I'm thinking sometimes people just go away for a few days.
With no leads from Lisa's car, detectives bring Marquis' ex and the mother of his children, Danielle Whitman, in for a new round of questioning.
Since her interview, detectives had learned that she lied to them.
Did you talk to me more that night?
He called me in the middle of the night.
So how long did that take?
Not long.
rather than the 30 seconds she claimed, her phone call with Marquis the night Lisa disappeared had actually lasted 20 minutes.
You say you talked on the phone for about 30 seconds.
Yeah. He said goodnight to the kids.
Well, here's the thing.
When I confronted her that the information she was giving me was not true, showed it to her through the phone record.
Can you explain that?
She ended the interview and said that she would be obtaining an attorney.
I want a lawyer.
Danielle's reaction didn't exactly convince detectives that she had nothing to do with Lisa's disappearance.
However, she's not the only person detectives are interested in. After talking to Danielle, they also bring Devin Pearson in for an interview.
Devin was the man Lisa had been texting with shortly before she disappeared.
He and Lisa had once been romantically involved some time ago. And I'm just going to cut to the chase. What I'm really interested in, were you having sex with her?
That been years ago.
Okay. Had y'all recently reconnected, or have y'all been talking the whole time?
Well, we reconnected.
He told me that they had been texting and talking a little bit, but that's as far as it went, that there were no immediate plans for them to be together or to start a relationship. It hadn't gotten sexual yet, but y'all had seen each other face to face?
No, sir.
They were communicating by text or phone call now.
He had text with her up until around 11 p.m., the same time that the text messages had stopped with Jamaica. They stopped with him as well. And he had not been able to get in touch with her since then. You were talking to her. I just want to know the nature of those conversations.
She mentioned that she had got back with the guy she was talking to.
Had she ever mentioned whether or not that Marquis would have a problem if he knew y'all were talking or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He thought that Lisa wanted someone to just listen about how she had been thinking about breaking it off with Marquis.
And now in hindsight, Devin thinks his last messages from Lisa might have been a cry for help.
I believe she was trying to reach out, but at that particular time, I didn't know.
Right.
Detectives are initially skeptical of Devin's claim.
If Devin had something to do with Lisa's disappearance, he would have had every reason to point the finger at Marquis.
But then after the interview, he lets detectives look through his phone and read Lisa's texts.
He was very forthcoming. The context of their text was about Marquis and the fact that Lisa did not want to be with him anymore.
Just like that, Devin had given Marquis a motive.
If Marquis had found the text messages that Devin was exchanging with Lisa, he'd have probably been upset and angry.
He was this quiet guy, but behind closed doors, he might have been that bad guy.
Detectives are determined to find out.
Call Marquis to come back to the sheriff's office and ask him to take a polygraph.
It's not admissible in Virginia, but it is a tool that we are able to use to get to the truth of matters in a lot of cases.
He agreed to take the polygraph test, so we brought him in the next day. He kept things pretty much the same as before.
He just maintained his story that Lisa left, and that's when the last time he saw her.
Do you know for sure what happened to Lisa Henderson?
No.
Do you know where Lisa is now?
No.
They're asked that same question several different ways, and he said that he didn't.
But the polygraph says different.
He came up deceptive during that polygraph examination. You failed this test, which tells me that you know where she's at.
More secrets are revealed once we return with more Fatal Attraction.
Owe the IRS more than $10,000? Call Civic Tax Relief now for your free consultation before penalties and interest grow even higher. Call 800-200-8353 today. The IRS can garnish wages, freeze bank account, and add thousands in penalties. But you may qualify for tax relief programs that could significantly reduce what you owe. Angela called Civic Tax Relief and saved over $80,000. Felicia was behind on taxes while dealing with health issues and saved over $15,000. James owed $37,000 and ended up paying nothing after Civic Tax Relief stepped in. Civic Tax Relief is an A+ BBB rated professional tax negotiation firm that helps people fight back against IRS collections. Stop ignoring the letters and start finding answers. Call Civic Tax Relief now for your free consultation and see what relief programs you may qualify for. 800-200-8353. That's 800-200-8353. Call now before the IRS takes the next step.
Detectives investigating the disappearance of Lisa Henderson have reason to suspect her boyfriend, Marquis Williams, knows more about the missing nursing assistant than he's been telling.
When detectives brought Marquis in for a polygraph exam, the results suggested that he had been lying to them.
He's being asked, do you know for sure where Lisa is? He said that he didn't, and his results seem to indicate that he did.
Although when detectives confront Marquis with the results, his reaction takes them by surprise.
He did break down and cry at some point after that polygraph, but it wasn't talking about Lisa. He was crying, telling me that he had never been in any trouble.
I'm telling you everything I know.
You're not telling me what happened to Lisa.
I don't know.
Okay. He ended that interview and he asked for an attorney.
With Marquis refusing to talk, detectives descend on his trailer with a search warrant.
Detectives were looking for traces of blood or any other indications of foul play.
Detectives don't find any blood, but they don't come away empty-handed.
We did seize multiple firearms from his residence.
There was, I want to say, 18 or 19 guns taken from the home.
He was there during that time, and he never asked about Lisa, where the investigations were going.
When we brought all the guns out, he addressed me and said, make sure you take care of my babies.
And as far as detectives could determine, he'd acquired all of them legally.
We ran all the guns. I don't recall any of them being stolen weapons. So we didn't have anything to hold them on.
The search a bust. Detectives decide to take another run at Felix Jefferson.
Well, I know I'm being lied to, so I need to find out why. My thinking is that he's probably going to be the weaker link.
At first, Felix refuses to crack.
He basically, at that point, was maintaining the same statements he had given before.
But the detectives keep pressing.
I thought it was time to change the strategy with Felix and go from interview to interrogation.
But here's the thing. It's time for the games to stop. Either you're going to tell us or you're not. Because, again, there's a difference between a suspect and a witness, Felix.
It helped, I believe, to get Felix to think it was time to start talking, to try to start serving himself.
Marquis is going to dump all this on you, right? He's going to distance himself from it as much as he can. He tell you how he killed him? He choked him.
Felix told detectives that he didn't witness the crime, that he had just helped Marquis get rid of the evidence.
When he finally started admitting it, he did admit that they took the car over there and dropped it off, that Marquis drove the car, and that he picked him up, and then they went down and disposed of the evidence at the James River.
Felix told us that they threw her keys and her phone into the river.
So where is the body? That's the problem. I don't know. But you know it's going to be a really big problem for you if you don't direct us to that body.
I did cry very hard with him about finding her body, how important it was for her family, to give her family some relief and at least knowing that she's not, laying out somewhere. That seemed to help a little bit.
You said a lot of different things. Why should somebody believe that you didn't kill her and he killed her?
He was the follower, and he just did whatever Marquis told him to do. Marquis needed help taking that car down to Lynchburg, so he did it. Marquis needed help disposing of her body, so he did it.
Finally, Felix admits that he knows exactly where Lisa's body is.
So tell us where we can go get that girl. It's in Concord.
He's saying that he had went with Marquis to dispose of her body in the wooded area off of Plum Branch Road in Campbell County. He knew roughly how to get there from Marquis' home.
And he took us to that area. We walked that area for quite some time.
And a few hundred yards off the main highway, they find Lisa.
The body was not covered. She was laying there clothed, but no attempt to hide the body.
It looked like she'd been out there probably 5 days.
However, the body is still in good enough condition for the detectives to realize that Felix had been lying to them.
She wasn't strangled.
This was something completely different.
Her body was riddled with bullet holes.
Felix Jefferson has just led detectives to where he and Marquis Williams dumped Lisa Henderson's body in the woods outside Lynchburg, Virginia.
He's stating that Lisa had been strangled by Marquis, but that's certainly not the case here.
She had been shot. You could see bullet holes in some of her garments she was wearing, and some of her injuries to her head, scalp, and face. Gunfire had caused some of it.
And we found evidence beside her shell casings consistent with that.
We picked up 8 or 9 shell casings.
While the coroner and CSI arrived to process the scene, officers tackle the grim task of informing Lisa's family their agonizing wait is over.
The sheriff had came to our house. He went straight to the point. He was like, we found Lisa.
Oh no, not my baby. My heart just dropped. This ain't what. Lisa was murdered. And from that point, I just hollered, screamed, and I just lost it. Everybody lost it. I didn't want to believe it.
I'm thinking this cannot be true. This is not us. We cannot be going through this.
While Lisa's family struggles with the tragic news, detectives haul Felix Jefferson back into the interrogation room and confront him about his lies.
We were able to look at him and say, Felix, she wasn't strangled. There were obvious gunshot wounds there. That's when his story evolved to, well, yes, Marquis did shoot her.
I ain't asking no questions why. I don't know.
He never could give us a reason of why Marquis wanted her dead. He found her texting and talking to somebody that night. That's what happened, okay?
Hold on for a second. Hey, come on, let's go talk.
He said that sometime during the night of the 5th, that Marquis and Lisa went to Marquis' bedroom, closed the door.
It was likely what happened inside Marquis' room tied in with what Lisa's ex, Devin, had told them.
The text that she was texting that night, she said she didn't want to be with him anymore.
I believe that he read those text messages. I believe that triggered his anger.
I just think he made the decision that if she won't going to be with him, then she won't going to be with anybody.
Felix says he had no idea what Marquis was planning when the couple emerged from the bedroom.
Let's go for a ride. You good? Yeah, I'm good.
Where?
I don't know. I just feel like driving. Come on.
Although based on what Felix says, during their drive, Lisa could sense something was up.
This the place.
He said that there was some talk between the two about their relationship.
You remember that time that we went to the beach? That great place that we stayed at?
I think she was trying to make Marquis think of the good times.
She's trying to connect with him an emotional way.
My take on that is she was begging for her life.
But Marquis' mind was made up. Felix says that when he got out of the car, Marquis gave him a gun.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
They forced her to go out. They forced her. Because she's scared of the dark.
I think she absolutely knew what was going to happen to her. I think she probably tried to get away.
He's in the back.
His statements are, next thing he knows, Marquis is shooting at her, and he starts yelling at Felix to shoot at her also. Felix says he's scared if he don't shoot at her, that Marquis is going to shoot him. So Felix says he shoots once or twice maybe, and it's not even sure if he hits her.
After his confession, detectives place Felix under arrest.
He may have been relieved in a certain sense that it was out in the open now, and he didn't have to keep looking over his shoulder to see if law enforcement was coming for him.
But what Lisa's friends and family want to know is how soon would they be coming for Marquis?
When I heard that Felix was arrested, I was happy. I knew Marquis needed to be arrested.
When they arrested Felix, I was like, I know Marquis did this.
Yeah, I was like, why y'all won't lock him up? But they need all this evidence.
Most of all, detectives need to corroborate Felix's story.
When detectives got the autopsy report, the findings confirmed that there were 2 shooters.
The autopsy showed 9 bullet holes, and it was shown to be from 2 different weapons.
We have 45 caliber bullet, and then 38, which would have been the 38 revolver used by Felix Jefferson. We're able to corroborate some of the things that Felix is telling us. Pieces of the puzzle were put together. The prosecutor was satisfied.
That enabled us to just go ahead and arrest Marquis.
We went out to Marquis' mother's residence. It was satisfying to place him under arrest.
Marquis' arrest is even more satisfying for Lisa's family.
My mom, that's all she wanted, was Marquis to be arrested. So it was relief.
I was really happy. Just happy.
Unlike Felix, Marquis makes no further statements to detectives.
Marquis Williams thought himself to be smarter than anybody else involved in this case.
Faced with overwhelming evidence, Felix Jefferson pleads guilty to murder.
He got 43 years with 20 suspended. Had it not been for him, I believe this case would have got solved, but it took a lot longer.
Marquis Williams ultimately also pleads guilty.
This could have been a capital case, because if you abduct somebody in the state of Virginia, it's one of the qualifying reasons you can get the death penalty. And that young lady was kidnapped and taken to that location. So for him to plead, that was him saving himself.
Marquis was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
For Lisa Henderson's grieving family, it's not nearly enough.
I want him to get the death penalty. He's glad he in jail, but he's still living.
I'm glad he got what he got, but end of the day, it still don't help me. I'm not the same.
It put a hole in my heart.
It's a pain they hope no other family has to endure.
Just cherish and love all your loved ones, man, because you never know. The next day you might not have them.
Don't wait to give people their flowers after they're gone, man. Let them know, like I love you. Let your peoples know.
When it comes to love triangles, no one ever emerges as a clear and decisive winner. There's always damage and everyone suffers. The best people are irreparably damaged when deceit and anger raise their ugly heads. Lisa Henderson will forever be loved, celebrated, and cherished by her family and friends who love her. Coming up on the next episode of the Fatal Attraction Podcast.
She had a blossoming career.
She was up for that big promotion.
She was on the fast track in the company.
With a love life to match.
The question of marriage had come up.
She kept striving and setting goals.
Until her life is cut short by a vicious attack.
Coworkers were absolutely shocked.
They heard the screams.
She's on the floor, bleeding out.
An optimistic go-getter, admired, respected, and loved food scientist is attacked, and family and friends are committed to solving the mystery of what happened. What happened to Carrie Harris? Tune in to the next episode of the Fatal Attraction Podcast. We will see